Okay, very quick update on what's happened today, very little in fact. What we did do is we got the German reserves called out. We called out a lot and placed them on the map, but they're face down so they can't be activated this turn. We discovered that the oil markers on the main production chart are only for recording the tenths of oil markers not consumed, and you're supposed to put your actual oil markers on the map. I wondered why other people are doing videos of that. I always saw these oil markers on the map. I thought people were just thinking, oh, it's easier to put them on the map rather than record them on the production chart. So I fixed all that. We've also had a look at first term for the Germans and decided I'm still not comfortable with the rules yet to do that. So what I'm going to do is play the first impulse for the Japanese, and then we're going to conduct a land sort of a land action. Now, we've managed to actually get a bit done here in between reading about offensives, because the Germans have got some offensive plans and the Japanese have. And I was reading through all the various options of those, because there wasn't really a video in the set of videos that I'd watched that covered those, so that took quite a bit of time. We've also been looking at the rail movement again, so I wasn't totally clear on that. We've also done the US entry reaction to the Polish invasion by Germany. So it's actually the declaration of war. So that resulted in another marker appearing in the Italian-German MG point box. Yeah, we also looked into surprise, which the Germans have got when they're attacking Poland. As I said, we discovered extra bits about oil. That's because I was reading up on the oil resources and the fact that you have to, when you're taking actions, you have to consume a certain amount of oil if you use more than one oil-based unit. And I think this is in a chart right at the back here. Just a second. Somewhere there is a chart. Yeah, this chart here that tells you whether units are oil dependent or not. If you haven't got enough oil, you can only actually use one oil dependent unit in an attack, and that's it. You get that for free. So looking down the list of actions, we got down to the first one that we were actually decided to conduct by the Japanese, which is ground strike missions. So we flew out some ground strike missions, discovered the Chinese had a fighter on the map which they shouldn't have. I have no idea how that occurred, and that's been removed. So a fighter and a bomber attacked this hex here, and they were able to turn both of these units in the Chinese units in the hex face down, which is pretty good, because they had to roll 2 1s to, well, they had to roll either a 2 or a 1 to get it. And that's as far as I've gone. So we're taking initial baby steps at the moment, and that's not to be surprised. And I've also found another set of videos which are looking quite good. Steve Dodge, I think, did them. That's where I got a lot of the information on the offensives, which just clarified what was in the rule book. So I've got to admit, when I'm reading this rule book, there's sometimes I just can't understand what the rule book's saying. I don't know whether it's just me for this particular game, but I remember how much I struggled with the concept of naval sections in these boxes here. That I couldn't get it out of my head that this is something to do with the distance from the shore, and I couldn't work out why the further you were from the shore, the more effective your shore bombardments were and stuff. All it needed was something in the rule book to say that these segments are actually represent operational efficiency. So the more speed points you have left when you enter a sea zone, the further up this track you go and the more effective you are in combat. Anyway, that's it for the update. So eventually we're going to be able to play this game.